Good morning. Thank God it's Friday. You're welcome to Nigeria Now, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. My name is Merciful Ajinomo. Join us in the studio this morning to analyze some stories on the newspapers is Adebayo Fajimi. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Happy Friday.
Same here.
Thank you so much. Let's begin from the Daily Trust newspaper, of course. The banner headline, there is anxiety as court decides on APC convention today. Of course, we have two writers. Buni meets Bello, says decisions is in his absence valid. And then the second, drama over secretary subcommittee list. But the big story today, this morning, of course, is the one on Vanguard. That's the banner headline. EFCC arrest ex-governor Obiano after handing over to Soludo. That's on page 5. We have a couple of writers. The first, Obiano's wife, Bianca Ojukwu, fight at Soludo's swearing in. New governor apologizes for breach of protocol. Explains why he chose low-key ceremony. Soludo, round peg in a round hole. Abia ex-commissioner is saying. And then Soludo, good omen for Nigerian politics. That's coming from Uwa Bunwa. And then Igbo youths call for arrest, prosecution of Obiano's wife for slapping Ojukwu's wife. And then we see say action, insult on Ndigbo. The last writer there says, why Obiano's wife deserves what she got. That's coming from Joe Igbokwe. Of course, there's a couple of activities that happened yesterday. We do know that, yes, Anambra State is a state where we've been expecting some sort of swearing to happen. And yesterday it finally happened. But it came with so much drama. What's your take on it? Yeah,
well, firstly, the drama where the drama was a charade because the encounter between the two women is what we were not even expecting at all. And it's very shameful that at a very august gathering like that they could engage in or indulge in such an activity. So it is very bad and it is very shameful. So, but having said that, if you look at the swearing in, the starting point of the governor that was just inaugurated yesterday as Charles Soludo, the reason why I chose low-key, it was a low-key ceremony, and he has been given reasons and approaches and the style and manner is going to go about regarding his leadership. And I want to give him kudos for his initiative and his style, because what we are used to when something like this is happening in Nigeria, what I am very what I know, especially since Fourth Republic 1999, is when somebody wants to be inaugurated like this,
it's a shutdown.
So it's a shutdown, and you see jamboree everywhere and there. But we ask ourselves, are you going there to flex or to carry the burden of people? Because if you know the responsibility that lie ahead of you, it's something you should be scared of. But here we take leadership just anyhow, so we go there just to embezzle money and just flex and all of that. So I think it's a very good one for this professor. My concern is just the capacity and the ability to sustain the momentum, so that at the end of the day he will not join the bad wagon, and like we say that if you cannot beat them, you join them. So we just pray that we'll be able to beat the system.
Yeah, I like that you did mention the issue of servitude, and knowing that someone that's stepping into that position of power knows that he or she is going there to serve the people. Let's talk about the ex-governor of Anambra State. Reports say that when he was just leaving the airport, he was taken by EFCC. How do you react to that story?
Yeah, it has been in the news for some time, and it was debunked. But yesterday we saw what played out. So what is going on now is just an accusation. It's been alleged to have embezzled money and all of that. So, but we cannot say much on that until court convicts him. So, but let's just wait and see how the event unfolds. But to be sincere, it's a very bad hand for him, because yesterday it should be a day he should freely go to wherever he wants to go to relax and just start enjoying his retirement.
All right, that's it on that story right there on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. Other stories, of course, from the very top: appointment of Bamire. Protest greets appointment of Bamire as OAU Vice Chancellor. That's on page 10 of the Vanguard. And besides that, NLC wades into Lagos NURTW crisis. The writer says, I won't resign. My tenure has not ended. Malami insists. That's on page 7. On page 19, Nigeria's public debt up 20.2% to 39.56 trillion naira. Of course, the writer says Nigeria raises $1.25 billion from Eurobond. From the very bottom right there, we see a very banner headline again, the APC crisis. Buni reasserts authority silent on Akpanidohe's fate. That's on page 35 of the Vanguard newspaper. Now we have a couple of other headlines. Just grab yourself a copy of the Vanguard and read on them. On Daily Trust, underneath the picture of the day, we see 46 persons kidnapped in fresh Kaduna attack. The writer says bandits taking advantage of forests in neighboring villages. It's on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. This writer that says taking advantage of forests, I think it's not news, because we've had these conversations over and over on this show on how they're leveraging on the fact that we have so much land. We have forests that they can, hide and perpetrate all that they've been doing. 46 persons, fresh Kaduna attack. What's your take?
Yeah, one of my lecturers in school, Dr. Labis, I remember he used to tell us that when you know the cause of your problem, your problem is solved totally. So if the government is telling us that, okay, the bandits are leveraging the forest and all of that to perpetrate this evil act, what is the government doing to ensure that, they block that particular area? So are they doing anything? So all we keep seeing every now and then when they unleash this terror on citizens is just blame or giving excuses, giving reasons. So, and that is not enough. That is not genuine. If you really want to step up on your responsibility as a leader, you need and you must rise up to solve or look for a way to solve problems for people. It's not just giving narrative every now and then. And that is what we keep seeing from these people. So, and this needs to stop.
All right, straight up to the business day. The banner headline there is blackout reigns in Nigeria as reforms suffer setback. And of course, that's on page 30 of the Business Day newspaper. We've seen so many Nigerians talk about this on different shows. We've even had in TOS right here. And now we're seeing a headline on Business Day that says blackout reigns in Nigeria as reforms suffer setback. How do you think we can, put this into action? How do you think reform suffering setback affects us Nigerians? Can you bring it down to a layman?
This particular issue is exasperated. If you begin to analyze it, it's a very complex issue, and we don't have the luxury of time to begin to break. But if you look at the reform that has been done, in fact, if you remember, there was a time President Muhammadu Buhari also talked about something like this, that the billions, a lot of billions that has been invested into this sector, and he asked, where's the power? So there are a lot of things, have gone into this sector, but at the end of the day, we don't see results, and that is a problem we have. That's a problem we have. So now, the issue is just, if the present administration want to really follow up their manifesto and what they say they want to do to ensure that we diversify them to make the economic bearable. Because there is no way we can achieve, or they can achieve that, or we can experience that without industrialization, and there is no way you can, explore that sector without power. You cannot do anything. In fact, practically anything. You cannot do anything. So, for them to be able to achieve what they want to achieve, and for them to make the economic bearable, especially for average citizens, and how do I want to call it now? Small business owners and the rest of them, we need constant power supply. So, and they should come up with a very good reform. So whatever reform they have been doing that has been failing and all of that, they should know that one did not work, and it is maybe most of the ways that will not work. So we should look for another way to ensure that we have constant and stable electricity.
That's okay. We move over to the first newspaper. The banner headline there is APC convention. Buni drops SGF for governors, ministers from committee. And then on Nigeria News Direct, of course, it's the big story again. SAR exit Obiano lands in EFCC cell as wife suffers backlash over Bianca's slap. On the Vanguard newspaper, There is there's a story right there. I actually did grab it very earlier now on Vanguard newspaper. From the very first top right there, we see price of cooking gas rises by 14% in 2 weeks. And just on the very top, we see Nigeria's public debt up 20.2% to 39.56 trillion naira. You just spoke about industrialization, and now you also spoke about, you spoke briefly about the economy. How do you think we are actually like faring right now with all of these numbers? Do you know 39.56 trillion naira is a humongous amount of money? Yeah. What's your take on this?
So those are signs that, you know, we don't have serious government that really want to that really have the love of the citizens at heart. Because if you look at the debt, you know, we keep owing, and our GDP is not improving at all. So how do you improve the economy that way? There is no way you can improve the economy, and these people are not even cutting the cost of governance. So embezzlement everywhere going on, and, you know, citizens, you know, are suffering. So that tells you that they don't have the love of the citizen, and it is very disheartening that, you know, they keep on, you know, they are just sustaining the narrative every now and then. One government come, they will tell us story, cook story for us, they get there, so you just see that it is just a repeat, you know, of what has just happened. So it is very bad, but, you know, we will just keep talking and will not relent to ensure that, you know, we have Nigeria of our dream.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mr. Adebayo, for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to Nigeria Now on TOS TV Network. Don't forget, you can be a part of our social media community. Website is www.tostvnetwork.com. And of course, the social platform is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. My name is Merciful Ajinmo. Have a wonderful weekend. See you on Monday.